Okay, today I'm going to explain to you a new offense. This is a 1-3-1 zone offense. Zone because it's primarily designed to play against zones, although eventually we'll make some modifications if somebody wants to play as man. And a 1-3-1 because of the relative positioning of your offense as they start. Not so much the defense. It's not a zone, not an offense against a 1-3-1 defense, although it can work out. It's because my guard is up high in the 1 position. My 2, 3, and 5 are relatively flat, although they're really not flat, but that's the 3, and then my short corner is the 1. Couple things as we start that are going to be very important for this offense to work. First and foremost, you're going to need to be in the right position. My 2 and 3 need to be high off of the 3-point line. There's a couple of reasons for that. Reason number 1 is because the passing lanes are going to be much easier and more open if you're up high. The defense does not want to bend out that much. Reason number 2 is because many times when you're at teenage age, middle school and high school teenage age, you haven't fully developed the arm strength for just a set 3-point shot. So if you get that ball up a little bit high and you're open, this gives you a chance to dribble into your shot and get a little bit of momentum like that. But mostly it's going to be because the passing lanes are easier and we can bend the defense. So let's get into how this offense works. My guard brings it in, everybody's in position. Now look at number 4. That's our short corner position down there near the basket on the baseline. It does not matter which side you go to. As a matter of fact, I would love for you to switch it up, to go down a couple times to one, then switch it to the other. Keeps the defense on their toes. Because this offense is going to go in a direction depending on where the short corner is. Number 1, whoever my guard is bringing the ball down, I want you to look where the short corner is, and the first action you're going to take when you come across half court is to go to the opposite side of your short corner, and you're going to see why here now. So I bring the ball in, I see my short corner is on if you're bringing the ball in, he's on the right side of the court. So I'm going to pass to the opposite side, and this is why. Number 3, you get the ball. I don't want you to shoot. I don't want you to drive right away. What I want you to do is hold it up, survey the court, and wait for the defense to move. When the defense moves, this is exactly what we want them to do. We want them to start confronting you, to shift over, because we're going to bend them. Once this happens and they've moved, you wheel the ball around. We have 2, 3 quick passes. 1, 2, 3 quick passes. My short corner has popped out to the 3-point line, and the defense is out of position because you can pass the ball faster than they can move. Now, once I'm in this corner, might have a wide open 3-pointer. Might decide that I've got so much room, it's worth making a drive along the baseline to get a layup. Might find my 5 high post wide open there with nobody on him. But let's say that none of those are the option that I take. If I'm the 2 and I've passed it to the corner, I wait and see if he's going to make a basketball decision for a shot or a drive or a pass inside. And if he doesn't, now I'm going to wait for that defense to bend out some, and then I'm going to cut through. I'm going to make a cut towards the basket for the hopes of getting the ball for a layup. So I don't get the ball, I slide in, I have a chance down here, let's say I still don't get it. Now I'm going to wheel all the way to the other side, and this is why. Look, the defense has now adjusted, they've bent over, they're back in a little bit better position, and this is exactly where we want them because I'm passing out. Now, by the way, I need to show you something here. Look back. When the 2 cuts through, my 1 and 3 move over. Okay, so when the 2 cuts through, my 1 and 3 move over because I do not want to leave that 4 guy abandoned there in the corner without an escape to pass to. So 1 and 2, you move over, but you stay high off the 3-point line. Why? Because when my 2 cuts through, the defense is bent, I can kick it back out, make fast passes, fast, accurate passes over. And now all of a sudden we have moved the ball completely to the other side of the court and the defense is way out of position. So again, you're over here, you're going to have a chance to make a shot. You're going to have a chance to make a drive. You might find that high post wide open. When this happens, okay, 3, once you give them a chance, you're going to do the same thing he did on the other side. You're going to cut through, you're going to make a cut to the basket, probably going to be open. Maybe you'll get the pass in, maybe you don't. If you don't get it, you're going to mimic what he did on the other side. You're going to swing back over. Why? Because now the defense is bent. Bloop. Couple quick passes, all the way over. So what we have just seen is the ball coming into one side, bending the defense, swinging it all the way over to the other side of the court, bending the defense, swinging it all the way back, bending the defense. We've gone through this 2 times on each side. Rarely will you ever see a defense that holds together for all of that. So if you can be patient and disciplined, and at this point, basically, nobody should have had to take a dribble. Nobody should have lost their dribble at this point. But at any time, if you find yourself open, you can make a basketball move towards the basket. If you have a wide open shot, I want you to shoot them. But really, I want you to be patient. Let's see how much we can wear this defense out and get them out of place. Okay? So that's the basics, and you see you're going to have a lot of wide open opportunities. You're going to pay attention to your high post in there because he's working back and forth across that foul line. Now let's see some other actions that are going to be available because of the way we're bending and moving the defense. So first off, let's talk about the high post here. If you've been watching this and you're somebody that's a center, a big guy, a big girl, and you're playing high post, you will have been sad to this point because you haven't got the ball. But in reality, in a game situation, you're probably going to get the ball quite a bit. Now, notice as my guard comes down, especially after we've run it a couple of times and they realize we're swinging it to these wings, those guys on the 2-3 are going to start to drift high. Their guards are going to be anticipating those wing passes. They're going to open up that middle. So now my guard comes down, notices the high post is wide open. And so you're going to pull in from half court some. You're going to make an easy pass right into the middle, wide open high post. Now high post, when you get the ball, you've got it's like you're the chess master right here. You've got so many options. I want you to watch on this next action. As soon as a high post gets the ball, I want my 2 and 3 to make a subtle shift. Right now, you are behind the center. You're behind the high post, and they can't make a good play to you. So you're going to shift down to where you're straight across in their eye line. On either side, now my post has a great pass to a wing set up for a 3-pointer. You might have just that easy foul shot to the basket, or you might make a drive to the basket on here. So all of those are available. Let's say you kick it out to the wing. Now look at this. We've kicked it out to the wing, and where are we? We're exactly where we were to start our offense. So just because we went into the center, it didn't gum everything up. We're still in really good shape. So let's look at another option that the high post has, okay? High post, you're open again. Guard brings it down, gives you the ball. This is one of these situations that happens a lot. I mean, you can get 2 or 3 easy times of this during the day because we haven't done it, so they're not expecting it. High post gets the ball, and then just quickly, as those defenders collapse around him, you just pop it right back out to your guard, who's now in perfect place for a dead-on 3-pointer, at which point our 5 and 4 are ready for rebounds. Let's look at another action here. Let's say the defense plays an extended 2-1-2. So they've moved from a 2-3 to more of a 2-1-2. They realize that we're having these passing lanes that are killing them, so they're stretching out to disrupt it. Now, one of the things that's going to be available if this happens, your high post going to shift up a little bit. You're going to be wide open. But I want to show you just another option here. If they're going to play this high, then we're going to take advantage of that. As the guard crosses half court, high post, I want you to come up and set a pick, an outside screen for your guard to come around. Okay, so a high post has come up here, has set a screen on one of their guards on the back side of them. See that? Coming up, setting that screen, and then ball handler, you need to use that screen and run around it. And as you do, there's going to be a couple of things open up here. Now, you have an easy pass, most likely to a wide open wing here who's set up for a shot. But you also might find yourself with all kinds of daylight and just head straight towards the basket. Now, let's say that you do that. You head towards the basket here. As you do, these defenders have to react. And when they react, it's going to open up even more options for you. Look, as they close in, because you are the threat headed to the basket, that's going to take whoever's paying attention to your short corner, they're going to lose track of them. They can slip right in here. You have the possibility for a dump for an easy layup, but you've also got your relief at your 2 right behind you who's going to be wide open. And you might even, if you got the arm strength for it, notice across court, your 3 is even more open as everybody's off him. Okay? So now let's look at another option that's coming here. The defense plays a 1-3-1. All right, so we're in a 1-3-1, and all of a sudden we come down, and the defense has shifted on us, and they're in a 1-3-1. Well, what are we going to do? Because they're matched up at every position. We're not going to worry at all. A 1-3-1 is a great trapping defense, but it can be easily beat if you just keep your head and you move the ball and bend them. So let's do that. So they start to force our guard to one side of the court, all right? Now they've got 2 people on him, so if there's 2 people on him, that means that somebody's open. And who's going to be open? It's going to be your 3 spot right there. Your 5 spot might be open. One of the things that I want you to notice perpetually is basketball offense works as a game of triangles. You always want to have triangles available so that whoever has the ball has at least 2 possible positions that they can throw to. In this case, I see 2 really helpful triangles. I see a 1-2-5 triangle where cross court you've got the availability to throw with nobody on him, but a good defender is looking for that. So probably that's not your ideal spot because that number 2 guy can jump up there and jump that lane. Your 3 is going to be open though. So my 2 is going to come over to help. I'm dumping it down. Look at this. Now that my 2 has moved over some, I've got 3 possible passing options out of this. So let's say that I dump it into my corner a little bit. I dump it into my corner. You might just decide to take a quick drive to the basket, or you might pause. And as you pause, they start to shift and adjust. And when they do at this point, then you might have this cross-court pass wide open, or you just take it to your 1, you bend it around. There's so many different options that we have with this. So let's take let's say we, my high post, I forgot about that one. So as they're congested up here, high post, you want to look for open space to help your buddy out. So you drop down here, you might be wide open. This is against a 1-3-1. See, they're trapping, they're trying to fill, but they can't do every spot. So high post, you might be wide open on the bucket here. Look at the different options that my guy has. He can pass it back out to his guard. He can dump it down. But a good defender, a good 1-3-1 defense, they're going to collapse down. They don't want that open, so their guard or their high post is going to come down to defend. And when they do, my short corner, number 4 on the other side, look at the option you have coming up here. Okay, so you have the potential for this high post shot when that happens here. So let me put it back here. Let's say that we didn't do that. So it's in the 3. Look. Passes, fast passes, moving around, dump it in. The key to being a 1-3-1 is stay spaced out, make fast passes, bend the defense. Okay, so that is a 1-3-1 zone offense. I've shown you how it will work against a 2-3. I've shown you some modifications if they're playing an extended 2-1-2, and I've shown you it even works if they're matching up with a 1-3-1 defense. You don't have to lose your head. You keep your head, you keep space, you bend them around, you make good passes, you're going to wear them out and get wide open shots. And that's all for this one. We'll look forward to adding modifications as the season goes on.